You know, it's fun to talk about Quinn Priester. It's fun to watch Mitch Keller produce when he gets out there. It's fun to think about Paul Skeens and what it'll be like once the ink is dry on the contract and he's up here eventually. But if they can't score runs, all that pitching is going to go for naught.
Yeah, and it also speaks to something else that we saw today as far as transactions went. They designated Travis Swaggerty for assignment. That was a guy they drafted with a first-round pick in 2018. 5 years later, he's designated almost to the day. 5 years later, he's designated for assignment. But there's been a whole group of guys in between then, Chris, whether outfielders, infielders, or catchers alike, that they've had opportunities coming through this system, getting up to the big leagues, and now we're supposed to see those results happen. And they're not happening. It kind of speaks to a larger point you're talking about here, where we're talking about, especially three in particular, three guys, position players, getting their opportunity here in the big leagues. And that's in addition to maybe three or four other guys who have already gotten chances this season. But we're not seeing that dividend outside of, a handful of games with Henry Davis. I think Nick Gonzalez has done pretty well. If I got to give the nod to the guy who's been most consistent, I'm going to go with Jarrett Triolo at this point.
I was just saying, he is the guy. I think he had one of their 4 hits tonight.
Yeah.
So, Triolo, Nick Gonzalez had one of their 4 hits tonight. Henry Davis, we know, despite the troubles in right field, which I doubt he's going to get much more time behind the plate now with Endy Rodriguez up. But I'm willing to take that trade-off at this point. I'm willing to take the trade-off of whatever the results may be for the next 2.5 months to find out if these are the guys. You call up your top 5 AAA level prospects in 1 month's time. That's saying, okay, we're stepping on the gas. We're going to find out what these guys are about. I imagine if Carlos Santana and or G-Man Choi get moved out before the deadline, maybe that opens up the possibility that you can get Rodriguez in the lineup some days at first while Davis catches, or who knows, vice versa. They got a little more flexibility to get these kids in the lineup, see how they do at the plate, and get them the reps. That's what I think is needed the most for these bats right now. Major league reps. And you hope that after a few weeks, they start to find that traction. If not, if we get to September and this team is still hitting the way it has in May, June, and the first half of July, then yeah, you have to start to wonder about whether these were the right guys.
And let's add something else into the mix here, because there's one part we're leaving out. There's a guy we're expecting to see in a few weeks, Chris, who's coming back from an injury. We're expecting to see O'Neal Cruz probably within the next, 3 to 4 weeks. So that's another guy you want to kind of throw into the bowl here and start mixing it up and seeing who's getting some of those reps you're talking about. So you're hoping to see maybe a full month or a month plus of him along with all these other guys. So by the time we get to September, mid to late September, granted the games probably won't be meaningful, but you're hoping to see, hey, what can this group do when they're all on the field together? So for no other reason, you're looking at some kind of momentum going in to next season. 412-575-2600 on the Bordas and Bordas hotline. Give us a call or shoot me a tweet at Josh Taylor HD. We got to take a break. When we come back, we got our tweet of the night. We got to take phone calls. Maybe we'll read some tweets too. We'll do all those things. Stick around.